What is going on, guys? Straw Hat Brian. I am back again here to deliver my One Piece Chapter 891 review for you guys. If you haven't read it yet, suggest you do so now. Spoilers are going to be lurking in this video. Without anything left to say, let's get into this chapter. So, chapter starts off. We got Big Mom crew members. They're talking about the fight that is going on between Luffy and Dogtooth, and they're acknowledging the fact that Luffy, after several hours, is still fighting Dogtooth, and they're starting to question whether Dogtooth is really going to be able to defeat Luffy, because they're questioning how long has it been since Dogtooth has actually fought somebody who's this formidable. And I think that's really cool. And I think that speaks a lot to the Big Mom Pirates, that Dogtooth and the Big Mom Pirates, they're of another level. They are outside of what normal pirates are. They're not just your typical average pirates. They are of an upper echelon. I think that's really cool. So we move on. The scene changes. Stussy, she questions Tamago about the contents of the Tamate Bako box, because she tells him that's what caused the explosion. But what exactly was in it? What was in it that caused that explosion, especially of that magnitude? We don't get an answer, but hopefully sometime later on in the chapter, or in the chapters to come, or within this arc, we will get an answer to that. So the scene moves on, and we actually find out that Luffy's observation haki has been helping him in the fight against Dogtooth. Dogtooth is receiving minor help from the Big Mom crew members who are trying to snipe Luffy from afar, but with little to no success. So Luffy is doing all that he can to keep up with Dogtooth. And then we also get the introduction to a new Charlotte member. Her name is Charlotte Flambe. She is the 33rd daughter of the Charlotte family, and she is basically Dogtooth's biggest fan, and she loves Dogtooth, and she doesn't want Dogtooth to lose. So she's basically there to intervene at any moment when she feels that Dogtooth is going to lose, or is going to probably slip up, which she doubts because he's perfect. And I think that was really cool. I also think it was really cool that we actually get to see like 2 full pages of just fighting between Dogtooth and Luffy, and not where it's just like we see like the fighting with the talking all intertwined. It was like, no, we got some solid panels with just pure action in it, and I can't really wait for that to be animated, because I think the Dogtooth and Luffy fight is going to be of another level, of another fight that we haven't yet to see in the One Piece storyline. So Dogtooth reveals to Luffy why he has the upper hand against Luffy is because he is cool, calm, and collected, but also he can easily read Luffy's movements, because Luffy's being predictable right now. Like his fighting capabilities, his moves are kind of predictable. So he tells Luffy, if you think you're gonna throw a right hand, I'm just going to punch your shoulder. If you're going to try to throw a left hand, I'm going to punch your shoulder. So he's telling him, I'm not just fighting you, I'm also neutralizing your fighting capabilities. I'm neutralizing you from being able to do anything, thus frustrating Luffy a little more. But that's also what is driving Luffy to be Dogtooth. It's basically what's given him that extra boost in confidence to push his abilities and his arsenal that he has currently to that next level. So I think that's really cool, and I think because just him giving that little tip to Luffy, I think that's what's gonna end up being Dogtooth's demise. And Luffy goes on to state that he promises to make it out of the mirror world. Like, he can't lose. And we all see it. Like, Luffy has that staple Luffy face where he gives us, the readers, that sense and security. Is like, okay, Luffy is telling me right now, like, despite everything, despite the chips being down and against us, despite us having our backs against the wall, you know what I mean, we're going to keep doing what we do. So I think that's awesome. We also find out that the cake is done. So Capone, I think it's funny, Capone is like, bro, we don't even need to poison this cake anymore. This cake is delicious. You got all of the Capone Fire Tank Pirates, they're all happy. They're all like, yo, this cake is phenomenal. Like, we're going to take down Big Mom with just a cake. We got Sanji thinking Lola and Pudding, and then Pudding being crazy and being bipolar and all that. So we got a little more comedy with that. That was kind of cool. And then the scene shifts back over to Luffy and Sanji, and basically in their respectively telling, Sanji telling Pudding, and with Luffy telling Katakuri, is that they can't lose because their crew is depending on them. Their crew is believing in them. So we already know, like, it's really about to get real, and everything's kind of coming to a close. You just get that feeling like, okay, we about to wrap everything up, because it can get more epic. But how will it get more epic? I'm unsure, because Germa still hasn't showed up. We haven't really gotten any indication of what they currently are doing from what they were doing previously, is when they gathered up all of the Germa Kingdom ships. So don't know what's going on with that. We don't even know where the Sun Pirates are, because we saw that they were helping the Straw Hats, basically sail to Coco Island safely, but still don't know really what's going on too much with that. But when the scene shifts over from then to Prometheus and Big Mom, basically like Chopper's trying to withstand Big Mom's attacks, and the Straw Hat ship is basically kind of deteriorating, and they're in trouble right now. So Big Mom's Prometheus, basically he grows to the size of like a miniature sun, and he is humongous. He looks like a spirit bomb, and he's coming to basically incinerate the entire ship. And even Jinbei is like, man, like, we're done for. Like, if we get hit with that, like, it really is going to be game over for us. And then, with somewhere in the distance, Nami spots a ship, and Big Mom says, what is that delicious aroma? And that's basically where the chapter ends. So we don't really understand what ship that is. It could be the Germa. It could be Sanji coming in, but that would be the typical answer. Sanji now coming in to save the day. But we still got to wrap up this fight with Katakuri, so maybe that's where the next chapter will lead up to. Or maybe it might be the Germa Kingdom maybe trying to save the day, because I think Sanji is still a bit of a ways away from meeting the Straw Hat Pirates. But without anything else left to say, I don't really have any theories for this chapter. This chapter was pretty much straightforward. It is pretty much setting us up for the conclusion of these fights that are going on in these battles. So I can't wait to see it. I'm going to rate this chapter 3.5 out of 5. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. It was good. It was better. It was better than most chapters in Whole Cake Island. So I'm satisfied with it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Sadly, One Piece is going to be on break, so we are going to have to wait. But I will try to drop something in the meantime. This is Straw Hat Brian. I am signing out. This is my review. Please like, share, subscribe. If you did dislike the video, dislike the video. And hit me up in the comment section down below. Hit that notification bell for more. Signing out. You guys have a wonderful day.